Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Monday, February 1st, at 3:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 652 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Winter storm pounding northeast with up to 2 feet of snow. We have more people with protection. Governor Tim Walz defends Minnesota's COVID vaccine rollout. Police, carjacker tossed 1-year-old out of vehicle. Scottish Parliament to vote on whether Trump's golf resort financing should be investigated. JetBlue just unveiled its new Mint business class suites that will soon take passengers to London. Take a look. I'm a doctor in Singapore. Our COVID-19 cases have been low since last fall. Here's what we're doing right. Evan Rachel Wood accuses Marilyn Manson of horrifically abusing her. White House ally secretly wrote the Texas lawsuit asking the Supreme Court to overturn Biden's win. Texas governor threatens to sue Joe Biden because of his hostile agenda to tackle climate crisis. Old. Trump's trade war on China was a failure in every possible way. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Coronavirus updates. EU boosts vaccine supply through 2 new deals with drug makers. US chides China on COVID transparency, The Washington Post. It's official, NASA will subject the SLS rocket to another hot fire test, Ars Technica. MLB The Show 21 announced for Xbox and PlayStation, IGN. Meghan Markle shows just how much she still really hates the palace and birth certificate row, The Daily Beast. Biden will meet with 10 Republican senators as they float smaller $618 billion COVID relief plan, CNBC. Evan Rachel Wood accuses former fiancé Marilyn Manson of abusing her, page 6. NJ Weather, track snow total projections for your town with new interactive map as monster storm slams state, NJ.com. Maine CDC reports 5 new coronavirus deaths, 219 new cases, WMTW Portland. 2 arrests made in attack on famed San Francisco pie Jack Palladino, New York Post. One of Trump's attorneys believes Epstein was murdered, the other didn't prosecute Cosby, The Guardian. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. The 10 most popular movies on Netflix right now. Tony Bennett reveals Alzheimer's disease diagnosis. Read Evan Rachel Wood's testimony to Congress about sexual, domestic abuse. Guitarist for legendary British Invasion band dies at 77. Firefly Lane is the Katherine Heigl rom-com's final form. Watch an elite NBA team winning by 5 with 8 seconds left lose by 3. Evan Rachel Wood accuses Marilyn Manson of abuse. I am done living in fear. Prince Harry accepts apology, damages in UK libel suit. GOP Rep Adam Kinzinger launches anti-Trump Country First PAC. Mitch McConnell thought Trump was just blustering in his election lies. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Firefighters return to neighborhood of fatal fire. Security guard fires at police, authorities say. Christmas lights house starts to rebuild after fire. Teen Rights Cookbook raises money for research. Burglary suspect killed in crash during chase. Neighbors rally to make young girl feel welcome in the community. Drag queen helps make superfans birthday gold. Gym owner installs air purification system. Woman saves man from burning car. Fire destroys building that houses 911 center. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, should NBA players jump the vaccine line? Myanmar coup, what we know about the detention of Aung San Suu Kyi. Major storm slams the Northeast, with more than a foot of snow expected in some parts. Silver rises at GameStop, investors find new target. U.S. vaccination rollout gathers speed, as threat of variants grows. An emboldened extremist wing flexes its power in a leaderless GOP. Alzheimer's prediction may be found in writing tests. 10 Republicans outline smaller stimulus before Biden meeting. Myanmar's military coup in photos. Myanmar's leader, Aung San Suu Kyi, is detained amid coup. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. UK launches mass coronavirus testing in effort to contain South African variant cases. David Ortiz backs Curt Schilling in Hall of Fame debate, he should be in. Ex-Washington coach rips Dan Snyder over draft process, would come in off his yacht and make the pick. Skier buried after triggering avalanche in Utah, backcountry confirmed dead, body recovered, officials say. Maryland confirms South African coronavirus variant. Amid wild turkey sightings, Massachusetts town shares tips for fending off intimidating fowl. Spin, Tesla website hid normal steering wheel option to bizarre yoke. Tony Bennett reveals Alzheimer's disease battle, life is a gift. Tom Brady is the definition of Patriot way, ex-teammate says. Censorship of Trump supporters, conservatives is very dangerous, Hugo Gordon. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Monday, February 1st. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Are Patriots fans rooting for Tom Brady to win Super Bowl? Well, it's complicated. Texas AG Ken Paxton launches investigation into companies that suspended stock trading, investing. It stinks of corruption. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Premier League footballers, YouTubers and pop stars battle it out to buy TikTok's most viewed house. Cancer sufferer is arrested for serving soup to disadvantaged members of the community. Door-to-door testing for South African variant to start in Surrey. Boy becomes UK's youngest convicted terrorist after masterminding UK branch of far-right group FKD. Rita Ora jets to Australia for a 14-day hotel quarantine before The Voice. New York City and New Jersey declare states of emergency as winter storm Orlana hits the East Coast. Coroner is still awaiting prison report into death of Yorkshire Ripper Peter Sutcliffe. Tony Bennett, 94, reveals Alzheimer's disease diagnosis. Shares in GameStop fall as rally cools after 1,600% gain as traders turn their sights to Sliver. Army Major, 47, defrauded Mott out of $40,000 to pay boarding school fees, court-martial hears. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. Biden sweeps away Trump's climate change denialism. Live updates, AstraZeneca to supply EU with more coronavirus vaccine doses. Coronavirus updates, EU boosts vaccine supply through 2 new deals with drug makers, US chides China on COVID transparency. Death threat against 11-year-old activist outrages Colombia. Abraham Twersky, Hasidic rabbi and psychiatrist, dies at 90. 2 brothers and the coup in Egypt that came between them. Diary Sao disappeared in France. She's back with a new book about a girl who ran away. Russian prosecutor seeks jail time for Kremlin critic Navalny. Dozens of countries have no plan to vaccinate refugees. That could leave everyone at risk. Survivors of Beirut's explosion endure psychological scars. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Transfer deadline day, winter 2021. Liverpool and Ozan Kabak talks, live. Biden urged to push back against Republican scaled-down COVID relief proposal, live. Coronavirus live news, UK variant behind half of new Dutch cases, concern at Italy reopening. Video shows New York officer pepper spraying handcuffed 9-year-old girl. Navalny prosecutor seek 3.5-year jail term. U.S. hate group numbers decline but online organizing has strengthened, report finds. Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion recovery package is vital, but we can debate the detail. Indian journalists face criminal charges over police shooting reports. Amsterdam to move sex workers out of city center in tourism reset. Lincoln Project condemns co-founder accused of making overtures to young men. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Police identify one killed at Wisconsin mall, search for teen. Silver is the new GameStop, price boosted by online movement. Chicago schools reopening uncertain as union talks stall. Man wins lottery for the 6th time with $250,000 jackpot prize. Thousands flee Hong Kong for UK, fearing China crackdown. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Myanmar coup, Aung San Suu Kyi detained as military seizes control. GameStop investor battle moves on to silver as prices surge. Elon Musk grills Robinhood boss over GameStop row on Clubhouse. George Clooney helps Eddie Izzard complete 31-day marathon challenge. El Salvador violence, deadly attack on party activists. Austria COVID, Brits among 96 skiers quarantined in St. Anton. Mumbai coronavirus, back on board the world's busiest trains. Smithsonian Zoo pandas play in Washington, D.C. snow. 3 takeaways from India's pandemic budget. Somalia al-Shabaab militants attack a Frick hotel in Mogadishu. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Activists chart course for Black America's progress after a year of turmoil. Astronauts to finish years of International Space Station power upgrades. Female entrepreneurs clear balances for 30 college seniors. Vaccine skepticism lurks in syphilis steady town. Oregon law to decriminalize all drugs goes into effect, offering addicts rehab instead of prison. Rochester, New York, police release bodycam videos to show why officers were required to handcuff, pepper spray 9-year-old girl. Heavy snow hits New Jersey. Captain Tom Moore, 100-year-old veteran who raised millions for coronavirus relief, has COVID-19. Layla Odom felt connection playing Pipa in Salt and Pipa biopic. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Wildfire smoke may carry mind-bending amounts of fungi and bacteria, scientists say. Braille is everywhere, but most blind kids cannot read it. A competition hopes to change that. Why uncovered faces are oh so risky as California reopens and coronavirus variants spread. Latasha Harlan's name sparked an LA movement 30 years later, her first memorial is up. California's out-the-door dining ban was controversial. Did it help slow the COVID-19 surge? Column, recall threat sharpens Newsom's focus on California's troubled COVID-19 response. Photos, top staff photos for January 2021. After a snowy few days in northern and southern California, there's more to come this week. Anti-vax mob at closed Dodger Stadium vaccination site sparks outrage. LA County reports decline in new coronavirus cases, hospitalizations, but warns public to be vigilant. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Monday, February 1st, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Russia is ready to disconnect from global internet, former Russian President Medvedev says. U.S. doctor and his team are brutally beaten by police as they try to help victims of vicious clashes as Indian farmers' protests turn violent. Norway wealth fund dumps oil stocks amid $10 billion loss. It can happen to anyone, NS woman opens up about surviving human trafficking. Romania bans Chinese companies from participating in highway and railway tenders. Japan demands restoration of democracy in Myanmar. EU claims court errors in bid to overturn $15.7 billion Apple tax judgment. Iran pursues German companies that gave Saddam Hussein chemical weapons. For first time, Norway's wealth fund ditches firms over tax transparency. Twitter helps government block accounts tweeting on farmer protests. Thousands of Orthodox Jews violate lockdown to attend funeral of prominent rabbi killed by coronavirus. Indian government builds cement barricades around protesting farmers to choke water and food supplies. Australian Prime Minister says Bing could replace Google. Over 5,100 arrested at pro-Navalny protests across Russia. Alarmed U.S. urges Myanmar's military to release detained leaders, threatens action. The next headlines are from Forbes. The unexplored power of microbes. Packers coach Matt LaFleur stands by his field goal decision. Facts about Super Bowl LV, advertising, ratings, halftime show and Tom Brady. Yes, the sky is real and sadly this is not a satire article. John Cena says he will miss WWE WrestleMania 37. Knicks sent Dennis Smith Jr., Iggy Brasdikis, Jared Harper to NBA G League team. After unprecedented year of U.S. media suppression, Global 10 Most Urgent list spotlights threats to journalists covering elections and protests. IU joins cast of Hirokazu Koreeda film Baby, Box, Broker. Rouge and Raw, the mind-blowing story behind Josh Kesselman's rolling paper empire. COVID-19 vaccine sites closed as winter storm hits East Coast. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Multiple genomes give switchgrass an advantage. Q&A, how cartoonists cure tensions between science and society. The role and rule of relatedness in altruism. Tallying the colossal amount of ice lost to climate change, so far. Meet the food pioneer whose meat replacements are rocking the gravy boat. Immunogenic BNT162b vaccines protect rhesus macaques from SARS-CoV-2. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,683,218,436 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Sean Holiday to launch new label, publishing company with Irving and Jeffrey Ossoff. Kevin Durant and Rich Kleiman announce new video series for Boardroom exclusive. Lindsay Davis, Whit Johnson will anchor ABC's Weekend World News tonight. HBO Europe Sami Western Welcome to Upmark is broken down by writer Kim Phubs-Oxen. Italy's Groenlandia launches unit dedicated to films and series directed by women. Neve Campbell joins Lincoln Lawyer series at Netflix exclusive. Sonic the Hedgehog series coming to Netflix in 2022. Netflix's Firefly Lane throws Katherine Heigl and Sarah Chalk into 3 decades of tumultuous friendship, TV review. Alex Rider Season 2 casting details announced, Global Bulletin. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross lead Society of Composers and Lyricists Award nominations with 3. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. How is the COVID-19 vaccination campaign going in your state? How severe is your state's coronavirus outbreak? Coronavirus world map, we've now passed the 100 million mark for infections. Spurred by the Capitol riot, thousands of Republicans drop out of GOP. Fully erased, with Harris rise, there are no black women in the Senate. EU to get 9 million more AstraZeneca doses after supply row. Trump names new defense team ahead of Senate impeachment trial. Myanmar's army stages coup, detaining Aung San Suu Kyi, others. LA COVID-19 vaccinations delayed by protesters. Hilton Valentine, founding guitarist for the Animals, dies at 77. The following headlines are from the week. Here's a side-by-side comparison of GOP, Biden coronavirus relief bills. Tony Bennett's family reveals he's battling Alzheimer's. Rochester police seen pepper spraying handcuffed, screaming 9-year-old girl in body camera video. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar makes the altruistic case for vaccinating NBA players now. America's overreaction syndrome. The Daily Business Briefing, February 1, 2021. Study suggests newborns get COVID-19 protection from mothers previously infected. 10 things you need to know today, February 1, 2021. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Forgotten for over a century, border hero Yevida Idr is rediscovered by her hometown of Laredo. The next headlines are from Universe Today. White dwarf atmospheres might contain the pulverized crust to their dead planets. These are the news headlines for today, Monday, February 1st. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. A robot submarine could explore Titan's deepest sea. February 2021 Guide to the Bright Planets. 2021's Groundhog Day will be virtual. Big Dipper stars point to North Star. Why is there something instead of nothing? Jades will go deeper than the Hubble's deep fields. Observer's Challenge, Venus-Saturn conjunction February 6, 2021. Achernar marks the end of the river. The next news is from Politico. The vaccines that could stop COVID-19. Biden's first 100 days. Russian police arrest thousands in pro-Navalny protest. Hundreds arrested at anti-lockdown demonstration in Brussels. AstraZeneca to deliver 9M more coronavirus vaccine doses to European Union. At USTR, a straight shooter will have to navigate Biden's old guard in Washington. Senate Republicans unveil $600 billion COVID proposal. Calling Kamala, Biden turns to the VP to sell COVID vax to communities of color. House Republicans brace for party clash over Cheney and Green. Biden confronts the limits of his executive power. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Unlocking the secrets of one of the universe's strongest magnets. Protecting everyone's rights benefits us all. Don't worry, the pension will still be there when you need it. Menindee Lakes, site of massive fish kill still being mismanaged. Apologizing for China's delinquency, we'll be sorry. Climate change and Canberra's fossilized functional realities. Holy grail of taxing landowners who profit from stroke of a pen proves elusive. Enough shrugging, party donation wars must end. The irony's not lost on me, solar panel safety device led to 500% rise in rooftop fires. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. The ratings game, AMC Entertainment stock now a sell at MKM, as price target drops to $1. Market snapshot, Dow comes off session highs as Wall Street tries to shake off GameStop jitters. Outside the box, what baby boomers like about robo-advisors. Capital Report, economy set to bounce back strongly in 2021, says Congressional Budget Office. Coronavirus update, U.S. tops 26 million COVID cases as blizzard conditions hamper vaccinations in Northeast. Economic report, U.S. manufacturers still growing rapidly, ISM finds, despite COVID disruptions. Former GameStop employees criticize company's aggressive sales tactics, low pay and lack of stock options. Next Avenue, a terrible time for a lot of men, why this financial advisor started a men-only retirement group. Next Avenue, how this medical professor is battling COVID-19 in vulnerable communities. Dispatches from a pandemic, the Novavax vaccine is effective, now I'm seriously hoping that's what I was injected with. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Indian pharma industry expected to grow to $65 billion by 2024, the pharma letter. Guiding inventions from lab to market, Physics Today, Vol 74, No. 2, Physics Today. Exploring the growing value of green ideas, Raconteur. Sociopters to explore structure-based drug discovery SBDD, approaches to ion channels through strategic technology collaboration with Metrion Biosciences, PR Newswire. The UI UX patterns you literally cannot use, 1010. A rich history, Granville Woods, the Black Thomas Edison, was noted inventor and held many patents, user-generated content. Spotify invents a new way to recommend music, by monitoring your speech, Forbes. The inventive upside of lockdown by Juliet Gregg, Latimer Upper School, this is local London. A melted candy bar brought the world the microwave oven, 50 Plus advocate. The next headlines are from Quartz. When to sell, the game theory of GameStop. At the heart of India's budget for 2021 is big spending and big borrowing. India's healthcare budget sees an improvement, but not as much as the government claims. Budget 2021, 3 charts that show the alarming state of India's economy. What Biden needs to get right about closing the venture capital racial gap. The frustrating and liberating ways travel is returning in 2021. Africa's diversified economies are set to rebound quicker than its extractive giants. Shorting stocks is a 400-year-old practice. Twitch is the undisputed champion of video game streaming. How Joe Biden's executive orders compare with those of other presidents. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. With Loon dead and Google Fiber frozen, Google's broadband disruption plays aren't looking so hot. Funniest most insightful comments of the week at Tech Dirt. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Tony Bennett. Knock. AMC stock price. Evan Rachel Wood. Serena Williams. Harry Styles. Adam Kinzinger. February. UTC.mp4. Black History Month. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Criminal gangs selling fake negative COVID-19 tests needed by most air travelers, Europol warns. Germany rejects France's call to halt construction on Nord Stream 2 pipeline over Navalny detention. Elderly will not be given AstraZeneca jab in Poland, vaccine chief says as concerns persist about lack of trial data. For what? Alan Dershowitz's nomination of Jared Kushner for Nobel Peace Prize leaves critics bemused. Navalny press secretary Yarmish's latest associate put under house arrest, gets 2 months over alleged role in opposition protests. U.S. murder rate saw historic increase during COVID-19 pandemic, making 2020 a year with no modern precedent, report. Watch miraculous moment, Irish jockey makes incredible return after being sent flying off horse. South Africa receives its first 1 million dose batch of COVID-19 vaccine. Ripple's XRP cryptocurrency surges in what may be another coordinated buying frenzy. England health officials begin urgent tests amid fears South African COVID strain now spreading in communities. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Cuomo declares state of emergency as powerful nor'easter blasts NYC. This is unprecedented in history. APMEX CEO explains why they halted silver bullion sales over the weekend. GameStop slides after short interest said to collapse. Citron sends shares of Conversion Labs higher, suggests stock could go to $140. Russian fighter jet buzzes U.S. warship in Black Sea as American presence builds. Market Jenga. U.S. manufacturing survey hits record high amid soaring inflation, supply chain disruptions. Rabobank, uprisings and revolutions are often the result of expensive silver. Key events in the coming action-packed week: payrolls, PMIs, politics and tons of earnings. The brokers are breaking, again. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Hey big spender, what is the biggest surprise in India's budget? Jared Kushner, Stacey Abrams nominated for Nobel Peace Prize. Timeline, Aung San Suu Kyi, political prisoner to leader. In pictures, Eritrean refugees caught in crossfire in Ethiopia. From monkey brains to memes, Musk makes wild Clubhouse app debut. Kosovo establishes Israel ties, to open embassy in Jerusalem. GameStop and the rise of Reddit-fueled day traders. Oxford AstraZeneca volunteers kept in dark about dosing error. Hezbollah claims downing Israeli drone over southern Lebanon. Coronavirus, will poor countries get a fair shot at the vaccine? The next headlines are from Breitbart. Joe Biden meeting with 10 Senate Republicans on coronavirus relief. Jan Marku, military arrests Nobel Peace Prize winner accused of genocide. Zuckerberg explains Facebook blacklisting Trump, he wanted to undermine the transition of power. George Conway on John Weaver sexual harassment allegations, unfathomable, leaves me speechless. Republicans launch Stop Stacey Abrams ahead of Georgia 2022 governor race. Project Veritas, hours of insider Facebook footage reveal Zuckerberg's agenda. Chicago Teachers Union poised to strike after Mayor Lightfoot orders return to school. Schweitzer, the Biden 5 have cashed in on Joe Biden's career. Sophie, Grammy-nominated Scottish musician, dies after fall in Greece. Project Veritas video shows Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg downplaying left-wing violence. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. 10 most hated movie adaptations by authors. 6 craziest Florida man stories. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Photographer uses lockdown to snap photos of amazing wild birds in garden all from the kitchen window. This new year, dare to be unfaithful to your goals. Snowy owl spotted in New York's Central Park for the first time in 130 years. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Monday, February 1st. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Idaho man wins lottery for the 6th time. Taiwan waives COVID quarantine fine for man who was kidnapped. First ever 3D printed house for sale listed on Zillow for $299,000. Chimpanzee escapes from zoo enclosure, but returns on its own. Florida inmate mistakenly released from jail on his birthday. Man alleges being arrested in humiliating fashion on live PD, sues Williamson County. She wrote a memoir about fleeing the Nazis and being raised by wolves. It was all a lie. There will be signs of a new war in the world. An important prediction came to light. Mysteries around antiquities' favorite pimp could be unlocked by temple discovered in Turkey. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. How much does it cost to buy, own, and run an EV? It's not as much as you think. The 29 words that'll make you want to buy an EV, or so says UK.gov. Animal Crossing, New Horizons sold 31.8 million copies. Here's some silly math on it. Noki is the smart home device controlled by gestures you never realized you needed. Check if your photos were used to develop facial recognition systems with this free tool. Twitter blocks users in India from viewing the tweets of several major accounts. Police say they can use facial recognition, despite bans. Google punches itself in the face by discontinuing the Pixel Slate. UK installs 4,000th EV rapid charger, and it's just getting started. India's new customs duties will make your next phone pricier. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Bleeding gums may be a sign you need more vitamin C in your diet. Are plastics and microplastics in the ocean on the increase? Inherited immune condition reversed by random DNA change. Marine reserves can increase fishery landings despite closing fishing grounds. Solving complex physics problems at lightning speed. Why do psychiatric drugs help some, but not others? Study offers clues. The next headlines are from Information Week. Is there a case for using low-code to develop end-user apps? Where cloud adoption is still needed. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Monday, February 1st from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA names leaders to key agency roles. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Mitt Romney, GOP senators offer details on their new scaled-back pandemic relief plan. Here's what the Utah legislature has been up to in recent days. Nika all good, survivors of gun violence know we don't need HB 60. Letter, thanks, Mitt Romney, for being the voice of reason. The triple team, how much could the Jazz have prevented Nuggets 3S, Jockix 47? Navajo Nation reports 135 new COVID-19 cases, 3 more deaths. Ross Douthat, the pandemic's gift to radicalism. Charles M. Blow, Black Power, now or never. Letter, instead of an $80 million tax cut, increase education funding. Letter, history shows the dangers of cults and bad information. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. As Google eyes Australia exit, Microsoft talks spin with Prime Minister. Elon Musk grills Robinhood CEO over GameStop trading freeze, the people demand answers. Twitter blocks numerous high-profile accounts in India following government's legal demand. Internet disrupted in Myanmar amid apparent military uprising. New study, a zero-emissions America is now pretty cheap. Did SpaceX's explosive Starship test violate its launch license? While recreating CentOS as Rocky Linux, Gregory Kurtzer also launches a sponsoring startup. Google gave top spot for Home Depot searches to a malicious ad. To re-enable Flash support, South Africa's tax agency released its own web browser. Biofuel-powered rocket makes historic launch in Maine. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Young, healthy get vaccine in St. Louis, prompting questions. St. Louis Zoo plans to help save American red wolves. Stimulus checks. GOP plan includes $1,000 stimulus checks, phase out at $40,000 a year. Live, Biden's COVID-19 team briefs public ahead of transit mask mandate. Tony Bennett battles Alzheimer's disease, but doesn't stop singing. Silver swept up by GameStop buying frenzy, prices soar. Wood River Power Station in East Alton demolished. Black History Month begins with raising of African American heritage flag. Cloudy Monday with temperatures below freezing. $40,000 reward, search for killer of young girl and her father continues. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. One shot, killed in North Park. Two stabbed in Spring Valley. One wounded in deputy-involved shooting on Barona Indian Reservation. Man fatally shot at downtown hotel. 3 hospitalized after Oak Park shooting. Newsom and unions clash over school openings. Military takes control of Myanmar, Suu Kyi reported detained. Biden invites GOP lawmakers to White House virus relief talk. Deputies raid illegal dispensary in Spring Valley. Woman hospitalized after hit and run, suspect arrested. The next headlines are from SpookNews.com. Mossad head says IDF chief irresponsible for panning U.S.-Iran nuclear policy. Is it time to up our mask game? What you need to know about alternative lenders, CBC's marketplace cheat sheet. CBC News. Mossad head opposes IDF position on Iran nuclear deal. Part-time bond, MI6 to recruit part-time spies and boost diversity. Russian hack brings changes, uncertainty to U.S. court system. Netanyahu's historic Gulf tour back on, Mossad chief's Washington visit to focus on Iran. Bomb-proof glass and 22 guards protect the Queen's crown jewels. Tinder creep banned from dating app for stalking women is on Bumble. New Delhi blast outside Israeli embassy reportedly prompts Mossad involvement. Russian intelligence cultivated Donald Trump for decades, says former KGB agent. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Taiwanese Air Force jets intercepted dozens of Chinese military aircraft. Taiwan showcases long-range strike capabilities. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. China's winter sports hope Eileen Gu makes historic X Games debut. The hidden costs of China's ultra-convenient delivery services. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Monday, February 1st, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Live, White House COVID team gives briefing ahead of new mask order. 18-year-old organ donor saves 5 lives after her death. Tony Bennett reveals Alzheimer's diagnosis, continues to sing. Los Gatos Unified School District brings students back, see the plan. Free coffee at Dunkin' every Monday in February. CDC mask order for travelers goes in effect soon. Video, Rochester officers pepper spray handcuffed 9-year-old girl. Missing 21-year-old California hiker died in freak accident, family says. California couple still sick, 2 months after catching COVID. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Grains mostly hay, livestock mixed. Hong Kong government critic Ginny Lai returns to court. Tampa Bay makes best of Super Bowl week amid sour economy. Major storm hits Northeast, more than foot of snow forecast. Vaccine skepticism lurks in town famous for syphilis study. Inverness couple found dead after house fire. Downtown Wheaton to welcome juice bar, home decor retailer, electric bike dealer. Here's the latest on new rules for air travel. Stevenson Senior's research aims to help find cure for COVID-19. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Albania, Bulgaria, Greece, Lebanon, the Republic of North Macedonia, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC, Namibia. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone 1821. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Orange alert for Tropical Cyclone Ana 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0.29 million. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Lucas 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Monday, February 1st in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. World-famous Chunk the Groundhog raises family in Delaware man's backyard. Biden to meet Republicans proposing $618 billion virus aid. Cool and sunny Monday, here's how long the sun will stick around. Don't fall for this fake car title scam, Harris Company Precinct 1 constable warns. Tony Bennett's family reveals singer's battle with Alzheimer's disease. Republican lawmakers push to make Texas anti-abortion laws among the most restrictive in the nation. Bill on bond reform to be introduced after pregnant Pasadena mom and unborn baby killed. Born before the 1918 flu pandemic, 103-year-old happily gets COVID-19 vaccine. Warden at jail where Jeffrey Epstein killed himself resigns amid new allegations. New study connects historic uptick in crime with stay-home orders, nationwide protests. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Activists chain gates at Israeli arms company's UK factory. Review, Mike Nichols' bio the epic his artistic life deserves. U.S. construction spending up 1% in December led by housing. Kosovo, Israel established diplomatic ties. A month on, post-Brexit teething problems hit UK-EU trade. As virus cuts class time, teachers have to leave out lessons. Celebrity birthdays for the week of February 7th to 13th. Review, We Could Be Heroes is the story of deep friendship. U.S. factories grew in January, but at a slower pace. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Coronavirus updates, Trump officials pressed Congress to deny local government aid for vaccine programs. The blizzard is here, de Blasio declares NYC state of emergency. Deliver Zero presents, reusable takeout and delivery containers. Extra, extra, if only we were small enough to live in this DIY miniature model home. Updates, new NWS forecast, 18-24 inches of snow in NYC. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Coronavirus updates, Maryland has a case of the COVID-19 variant from South Africa. SNL recap, John Krasinski indulges our nationwide pandemic office binge. City reveals white New Yorkers have received lion's share of COVID-19 vaccine doses. Who's running for Brooklyn Borough President? We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Minor earthquake, 3.9 mag has occurred near White City in New Mexico. Light earthquake, M4.2 quake has struck near Bafkin, Iran. Light earthquake, 4.2 mag was detected near Colchany in Bolivia. Light earthquake, M4.9 quake has struck near Polikontis in Greece. Light earthquake 4.8 mag, 100 kilometers W of San Antonio de los Cabos, Argentina. Light earthquake 4.6 mag, 78 kilometers E of Nini, Japan. Moderate earthquake 5.2 mag, 7 kilometers WSW of Polikontis, Greece. Light earthquake, 4.8 mag was detected near Polikontis in Greece. Light earthquake 4.3 mag, 119 kilometers S of Kusefid, Iran. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Sri Lanka's deteriorating human rights situation raises multiple alarms. A gray cloud over Lebanon, mental health burdens. UN humanitarian staff in Geneva experience anxiety, job insecurity and fear of tomorrow. Making seawater potable in Mexico has high costs and environmental impacts. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. EU condemns coup as Myanmar's military seizes power and detains leaders. Exposed, BGI Group providing worldwide COVID-19 tests a front for Chinese military. 12 arrested in SWAT operation after activists armed with knives and axes briefly occupy hotel in Olympia, WA, videos. America's trust in the mainstream media hits an all-time low. U.S. corruption hits highest since 2012 amid COVID bailouts and democracy doubts. Is the Reddit army on the verge of creating the most epic silver short squeeze in U.S. history? These are the shadowy New York financial institutions that forced Robinhood to restrict trading in certain stocks. Biden appoints warmongers, military-industrial insiders. The assassination of Fred Hampton, new documents reveal involvement of FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover. A quarter of known bee species haven't been seen since 1990. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Is this Steve Buscemi at Hellraiser 3 premiere? Singer Tony Bennett battling Alzheimer's disease since 2016. Military stages coup in Myanmar, detains Aung San Suu Kyi. Did a kiss cam show model Catherine Webb with a young boy? Major storm heads to northeast after blanketing Midwest. Does Russia have a military Disneyland theme park? Can you get a verified badge crest on your Bay Area home? Was a tiny chameleon with huge genitals discovered in Madagascar? We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Rep. Clyburn pushes OSHA probe into COVID-19 outbreaks at meatpacking plants. This is the best puffer jacket I've ever worn. Evan Rachel Wood says Marilyn Manson brainwashed her into years of horrific sexual abuse. Meghan Markle shows just how much she still really hates the palace in birth certificate row. Going 10 rounds with celebrity chef Andrew Zimmern. Kathy Reichs wonders how can we trust anything these days? Sundance's most disturbing thriller is about a boy who traps his family in a hole. Why is California making cops guard empty houses? College managed to jump vaccine line. Health workers waited. Israel is cashing in on a global race for drone-fighting air defense systems. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Kim Kardashian sends a message in Yeezys and a bikini amid Kanye split. Rock star Kelly Dodd has been fired from positive beverage. Portia Williams insists that Kenya Moore's butt isn't natural. All flights out of LaGuardia Airport suspended due to snowstorm. Patrick Reed's rivals don't sound happy after another cheating controversy. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Citizen scientists discover dozens of failed stars near Earth. The beginning to the end of the universe. The Big Crunch versus the Big Freeze. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Meet the people paying a reported $55 million to fly to the International Space Station. Watch live, spacewalkers complete battery work, install new cameras. Inside the Republican Party's generational divide over climate change. Meet a pioneer in stroke recovery. COVID variant first detected in UK, now in 50 countries. Connecticut Governor Ned Lamont urges Biden to give us some transparency on COVID vaccine rollout. Miami Mayor Francis Suarez urges DeSantis to allow more local control over COVID-19 measures. Richmond says Biden willing to meet with GOP senators over COVID bill. Efforts to stop spread of COVID-19 kick into high gear amid mutant strains. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. What the hell is going on with UFOs and the Department of Defense? A prophecy of Nostradamus says that the Earth will be invaded by aliens. Video. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Idaho man wins his 6th lottery after buying $250,000 ticket. Simpsons writer Mark Wilmore dies at 57 amid battle with COVID, other health conditions. Biden set to meet with GOP moderates over COVID stimulus plan. Migrants abandon toddler in Rio Grande, cross into U.S. while soldiers rescue her, officials. Tony Bennett has been secretly battling Alzheimer's for 4 years. Evan Rachel Wood names Marilyn Manson as alleged abuser, accuses him of grooming, brainwashing and manipulation. 1 killed, 1 wounded in Wisconsin mall shooting, teen suspect at large. Police chief, officer in Georgia resign after video of racist comments surfaces. Olivia Newton-John says she won't take coronavirus vaccine. NYPD veteran and member of 9/11 class at Academy dies of 9/11 related illness. The following headlines are from military.com. Biden faces calls to secure release of Navy veteran in Afghanistan. U.S. watchdog, Taliban attacks increased in Afghan capital. USS Chaffee crew quarantining in San Diego due to COVID-19 outbreak. Democrats add heft to effort to keep U.S. Space Command in Colorado. Sentencing delayed for fired VA staffer who killed 7. New Orleans police officer, detective, 5 Army reservists indicted for theft. Pentagon pauses plan to give COVID vaccine to Guantanamo detainees. Man charged with making hoax Marine distress call. It's Navy's Badger statue, but Wisconsin has grown attached. These Marines devoted their lives to the Corps, then they were singled out for having children. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. 1 person killed, 1 injured in shooting at shopping mall in northern Wisconsin. Nearly 80 community groups now calling for ouster of controversial president of Chicago's police union John Catanzara. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, here's what's happening Monday with COVID-19 in the Chicago area. Chicago's 10 largest snowfalls since 1886, and how the Tribune covered them. Chicago digs out from snowiest storm in 5 years. Some closures persist Monday as Arctic weekend looms. January 30th to 31st snowstorm map. How much did it snow near you? Wisconsin to let residents sign up online to get coronavirus vaccines. Daywatch, CPS and union talks fall apart. Second storm in a week drops more than a foot of snow and residents look to launch food co-ops across the city. Column, Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene is dangerously kooky. Apparently, that's just what her voters want. School district and union talks fall apart as Lightfoot pushes reopening to Tuesday. The following headlines are from FIS.org. African swine fever decimates Philippine pig stocks. People become less likely to contribute to a virtual public good like Wikipedia if they know many others are doing it. Unmatched dust storms raged over Western Europe during Ice Age maximum. Researchers discover marine reserves can increase fishery landings despite closing fishing grounds. More than meets the eye of the storm, typhoons in Korea amplified wildfires in America. Physicists create tunable superconductivity in twisted graphene nanosandwich. Human activity forces animals to move 70% further to survive. Water disinfection with ozone. Astronomers detect extended dark matter halo around ancient dwarf galaxy. The first steps toward a quantum brain. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Monday, February 1st, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. How learning to drive changes your brain. Kirby Runyon is ready to go interstellar, is NASA? A sun's eye view of the solar system. The stunning and sacred land of Utah's Bears Ears could soon be protected again. Are effect sizes in psychology meaningless? The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. ACLU, for first time, elects black person as its president. The latest, 8 inches on the ground in states, more forecast. Terry Lynn Carrington is the definition of black girl magic. New this week, Foo Fighters, Malcolm and Marie and Snoopy. A month on, post-Brexit teething problems hit UK-EU trade. Budget Office projects 4.6% growth in Biden's first year. Sponsored, mood tracking, creative ways to chart your feelings. What rights does a vegetarian employee with a food allergy have? The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Coronavirus, California doubled its monthly record for deaths in January, its second straight month with over 1 million cases. 2,700 use backdoor to cut in line for COVID vaccinations. Their appointments have been cancelled. Tesla's dirty little secret, its net profit doesn't come from selling cars. Texas search and rescue group looking for 2 missing Northern California teens. The Black Lives Matter movement has been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. Tony Bennett reveals he has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. Car into ocean near Malibu, 1 dead, at least 1 missing. Viva la Rita, San Francisco man objects to shunning rats. Chinese New Year, lucky noodles, whole fish and rice cake recipes for Year of the Ox. Lunar New Year recipe, Brandon Ju of Mr. Jiu sizzling fish. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Nebraska administered nearly 47,000 vaccine doses last week. Suburban Indianapolis man shot in gunfire exchange with cops. Hawaii restaurant owners oppose new tax on sugary drinks. Bodies of couple found after house fire in Inverness. Humane system will require COVID-19 vaccines. Alaska tribal vaccine eligibility policy causes frustration. Navy to conduct special operations training at Washington state parks. Barnet Animal Shelter built in honor of former volunteer. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Could the For the People Act save American democracy? Robinhood is a perfect example of fintech's insidious power. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Monday, February 1st, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Solved battery design overcomes bump in the road to help electric cars go the extra mile. Supersaturation, the barrier between protein folding and misfolding. Patients with lung cancer reduce smoking rate after enrollment in Phase 3 clinical trial. Research could dramatically lower cost of electron sources. Your toothbrush reflects you, not your toilet. Controls needed to stop zebra mussels invading Great Britain. Subset of COVID-19 patients have increased bleeding risk. Scientific investigations of believed remains of two apostles. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. High school basketball schedule, February 1st to February 7th, 2021. Chef Bill Kim brings his pizza and parm shop to Chicago. Inmates say downtown jail's handling of COVID-19 led to major outbreaks, endangering those in custody. Staff will have updates. 21 shot, 4 fatally, in Chicago this weekend. Winter storm dumps a foot of snow in some areas as O'Hare records largest snowfall in 5 years. Elderly couple dies in Inverness fire. Tony Bennett reveals fight against Alzheimer's disease. 2 charged in South Shore carjacking. 1 dead, 1 injured in Wisconsin mall shooting, suspect fled. Dear Abby, told to enjoy his remaining days, friend cuts us out. The feed from the Riverfront Times St. Louis has been removed for putting advertisements in its news RSS feed. The fake news and real crisis behind abortion-free Missouri. Missouri faith leaders call on Josh Hawley to resign. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. Black entrepreneurs are underrepresented in Michigan's recreational marijuana industry. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Monday, February 1st, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Do not blame Deshaun Watson for this mess. This week in Houston food events, new happy hour bites and a Tamago Sando throwdown. Tensions rising between Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans. The next headlines are about world records making news. Keely Hodgkinson broke the world under 20 indoor 800 record, Runners World, UK. Pray for Tom, UK's record fundraiser Captain Moore in hospital with COVID, US News and World Report. Columbia Trailblazer, Ben Johnson 39cc, Columbia University Athletics. CIT, heat-eating Londoner torches another Guinness World Record, London Free Press, blogs. World record broken for Limousin cattle breed, farming UK. World record price of 250,000 GNS set for Limousin heifer, FG Insight. UAE, Global Village breaks 2 new world records, Khaleej Times. Phoenix native nearly breaks 100K world record 12news.com KPNX. Morris vaults to world lead, Krauser creates history with shot series, Arkansas Razorbacks. Cody Simpson, pop star, wants to be Cody Simpson, Olympian, The New York Times. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. NVIDIA GeForce Now game streaming just got support for Apple's M1 chips. Monday's best deals, Tautronics massage gun, Mario Kart Live, Tech Life mini fridge, Better Love V-Day massager, Cyberpunk 2077, Cuisinart kitchen tools, and more. Salt of the Earth billionaires bankroll GameStop movie. You can slip on and take off Nike's new sneakers without touching them with your hands. Court orders Tim Cook to sit for 7-hour deposition in Epic case. A major nor'easter could drop nearly 2 feet of snow to start the week. Listen to Lego's white noise playlist to soothe your soul after stepping on a plastic brick. The best way to set up your Mac Mini. Thor, Love and Thunder set pictures tease some wild new costumes. Get Logitech Nition's G Pro Hero gaming mouse for $50 and click on things real good. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Nadi in Fiji at 113.18 degrees Fahrenheit or 45.1 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Verkhovsk in Russia at minus 67.9 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 55.5 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Dogs have been our best friends for at least 23,000 years. It's official, NASA will subject the SLS rocket to another hot fire test. Ars Technicast Special Edition, Part 2, Open Systems and the Joint Force. As Virgin Galactic gets swept up in GameStop mania, it gets back to flying. GoldenEye 007's Lost Xbox 360 remaster has leaked, as a full game speedrun. Hedge fund Melvin sustains 53% loss after Reddit onslaught. Multi-layered Outside the Wire is part action thriller, part intimate drama. An electric race car has lapped Daytona for the first time. A Curious Observer's Guide to Quantum Mechanics, Part 4, Looking at the Stars. New study, a zero-emissions US is now pretty cheap. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Watch, Rochester Police Union President defends cop who pepper-sprayed handcuffed 9-year-old girl. Weak House GOP leader Kevin McCarthy slammed for his shameless subservience to Trump. Tennessee police officers disciplined over blackface photo. Kathy Griffin reports her MAGA bully to the FBI after seeing her at Capitol insurrection. Larry Kudlow denies economic crisis, I'm not okay sending stimulus checks for people to buy penny stocks. Republicans willing to tolerate QAnon Congresswoman unless more egregious things surface. Trump's impeachment strategy could blow up in his face, analysis. Trump's lawyers can be sanctioned for lying at his Senate impeachment trial, former prosecutor. Anti-vaxxers wage harassment campaign against nurse they believe died from COVID-19 shot. Here's why Trump really lost his impeachment legal team. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. How Trump unleashed the domestic terrorism movement, and what experts say must be done to defeat it. Trump may be done, but he left plenty of lackeys behind. Here are some of the worst. The forgotten history of Wyoming's black miners. Looking for Kevin? So long, and thanks for all the pixels. Here's a month-end look at vaccinations. Republicans' miserly stimulus plan is more Band-Aid than economic treatment. Trump loses impeachment lawyers, but it doesn't matter. Donald Trump doesn't appear to have a lawyer for his impeachment trial. Criminal charges in Flint's water fiasco offers a mere trickle of justice. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Astronomer Avi Loeb says aliens have visited, and he's not kidding. Scientific American. Briefly noted book reviews, The New Yorker. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Time blindness during lockdown, Fay News. Algernon Pharmaceuticals launches stroke treatment clinical research program with psychedelic drug DMT, the spirit molecule, Globe Newswire. Ketamine for PTSD, well, isn't that special, MJ Psychiatry. Study subtleties how glutamate flagging functions in the brain to empower neuronal communication, Microbios India. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Monday, February 1st, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. The Travis Walton alien abduction. Did UFO kidnap Navajo County man? That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Monday, February 1st, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. True Strange News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by True Strange News. All rights reserved.